Hey everyone, welcome to another Unscripted Moments Live. We're just warming up, getting the lights right, coffee poured, and the chat rolling. When the timer hits 0, we'll dive in. Until then, hang out with us. Don't be shy, say hey in the chat, tell us where you're watching from. Got questions or thoughts? Drop them in the chat. This is all about real conversations alive and unfiltered. We talk tech, life, and everything in between, completely unscripted. Heads up, these lives can run long, but they're packed with nuggets of good stuff. We keep them uncut, and we add tons of chapter markers later. Scrub through, jump ahead, or rewind. Jump to what interests you, no wrong way to watch. These lives aren't as regular as we'd like, so if you don't want to miss the next one, hit that subscribe button.
Hey guys, how's it going? So today is just a little testing day here, guys. Let's see, is my mic a little hot? Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, so we got some music going here, and we'll just run through some news. We're just testing a few things. So let's hit up our feed of tech news. We do this every once in a while. We'll go through news that's happening and talk about what's going on in the world. Claude Code is coming to Slack. That's kind of cool if you're a Slack user. Do you guys use Slack? Is that your daily go-to? I don't find myself using it anymore. I haven't for at least a year or so. We don't dive into politics too much. First image of clip of X-Reel's Project Aura. These were the Android AR glasses. Curious about them somewhat. Still waiting on Apple to drop some notes on what they're going to do here. Google says first AI glasses with Gemini will arrive in 2026. See, there's been a decent amount of news going on this week, but let's just dive and see what's new today together. So this was a big one. So Meta acquires Limitless. Smart move on Meta's side. There are these devices, like I use the little B transcription device that it transcribes everything in real time throughout the day, and it creates summaries. These devices are pretty good, and I think they're really good. Once you see the convenience of it, of having a digital memory of your day somewhere, it really does. You have one of those Allah moments, like wow. But the key is doing it right, and there's not many companies that are doing it right for all-day transcription. The problem is in a meeting, it's easy. You're walking into a room, there's a set number of people. This is what Claude does pretty good. But B and Limitless do better as an all-day thing because of the AI. Now, I don't know if it's really just the LLM itself, or if it's the secret sauce of the way they're prompting it. But the idea of this device is walking in and out of rooms with people in public, by TVs. So being able to filter what's not part of the conversation and filter what it should keep track of and what it shouldn't is key here. And I think B B was bought up by Amazon not too long ago. We'll see what they end up doing with them. And Limitless was just bought by Meta, which I think was a smart move on Meta. I much rather would have had Apple buy them, or B for that matter. But again, with like the Meta AI glasses, I want fully on all day battery life with AI. So give me all day AI, all day battery life. The same thing what I do with you know, the little B and the pendants and stuff. I want to have that digital memory. And I do feel like Apple would do it better. Because I feel like Apple, everything they're doing is for on-device LLMs. So in a place where my wish list would be, you know, Apple bought one of these or did it better to the point when they're using their local LLMs. So no transcriptions or anything is leaving your device or leaving your phone to go anywhere. And everything's happening right there. So the privacy thing isn't such a concern anymore if it never leaves your device. Whereas all these other ones are all going to the cloud in some fashion. The reason I like B is the audio isn't going anywhere. It's not even saving audio. It's actually doing live transcriptions right there on the device. But it takes those live transcriptions, I can't talk today, sorry guys, and sends it to the cloud, and then the cloud makes the summaries and sends it back. But that being said, if Apple could do it all on device, or any one of these companies could do it all device, I think Apple is more set up for it because they've been designing the hardware and the chips and the memory to focus on the their neural engine. So I feel like they're kind of set up to do it right. And I'm really interested in if they even do it. I talked to a lot of people in my little Apple community that I have, and some people, you know, they've never used these devices, so they don't know what they're missing. And it's a twofold. I don't really mean to dive that deep into this, but it's a twofold, because when I used it, I was like, wow, I'm really worried about privacy, because I feel like people are going to use it, and it's such good convenience that I think a lot of people are going to outweigh the privacy aspects of it. So I really want someone to do this right, like Apple, before the masses try it, because the masses are I feel like are just gonna say whatever to privacy because of how convenient it is. Not having to walk around with a pen and paper to take notes, remembering to recall anything you had a conversation about throughout the day, is really solid. I don't think we need all these flashy displays in the screens yet, because I don't think we're up to that. I'm sure you guys heard me say this before, but just give me all day AI and all day battery life. Let's start there. And if you could incorporate cameras, you know, with you know, it being able to see, like the Metas are doing that. I don't know, Vision AI or whatever Meta's calling it. Again, your battery only lasts like 10 minutes. So they're not at that point. But if you would be able to record all your conversations and not so much record everything in video, but be able to take metadata from the video that's going on, right? You're outside, you're inside, you know, you're inside a car. It don't need to record everything that's happening, but being able to pull metadata while you're in a conversation. I'm talking right now, so what could it tell me about where I'm at and what I'm doing? Conversation is with 6 people, you know, 3 male and 5 female, whatever it is, right? Being able to bring more of that metadata into those notes would be great. But again, they have to solve the all-day battery life. But that was a little bit of a tangent there. But that was a big thing for Meta. I really don't, so people might hate me, but I really don't like Zuck. The way he poaches people, and I've been talking about this with other people lately, I don't feel like he poaches people just because of the need of Meta needing them. I think part of the poaching process is how can it disrupt the company he's poaching from? And if that's more valuable, then he'll offer more money to get those people. Not because they're worth that much, but because they'll disrupt the company they're leaving. So that's a little dirty, if you ask me. Okay, interesting. All right. iOS candidate 26.2 just popped up. I think that was like a day or two ago, right? I don't try not to talk about betas too much. If there's something you guys want to know, yeah, let me know. I'm running it on at least one machine, one iPad, and one phone. Apple Vision Pro, Mac in the corner. But just running through some tech news here. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and we could talk about them. I have a question about a product you're thinking about getting someone, a tech product, or an idea for a Christmas present for a kid or something. Let me know in the comments. Still talking about glasses here, Project Aura, so I guess a lot of news, I guess because of this first peek at Google Glasses Aura. Tech biggest winners. Let's take a peek at that. Nintendo Switch. NVIDIA. AI video with Sora. Do you guys use Sora? I actually got a bunch of people in on it early on when it was members only, invite only. We had a lot of fun with it. Again, it's not made for making like real content. It's made to have fun. And I think their intent with it was, how do we just get the masses using it? Right? The idea being, the more people using it, the more we're learning, the more we can make it better. And I think they killed it with that. So I'm really interested to see where OpenAI goes with their video after releasing this for some time. What does their next video model look like from what they learned from all the Sora stuff? And I still know people that are using it a lot now. Their app being kind of like TikTok for AI, I think it's great. And what's great about it is, if you're willing to share your persona with close friends, you guys could have a lot of fun creating these videos together. And that's what we were doing with a small group of us. And it's a lot of fun. What else here? Oh, wow. So they finally integrated Instacart with OpenAI. I heard this was coming. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know. That kind of scares me a little bit. I wonder what safety measures they have in there when you go for the actual purchasing. I do use Instacart a lot, so I'm actually kind of curious, but I don't know if I would just go to OpenAI to place an order. I don't know, maybe if you're using OpenAI to format your recipe, I don't know. Maybe rather for one person, you're doing it for 4 and you need it to update everything times 4 and then organize what you need to order and then order it. I'd like to see it add it to your shopping cart, but I don't want it to purchase for me. Let me do that last step. I've been playing a lot with these agnostic browsers. I'm actually using Atlas right now and Comet. I still think Comet is, for the agnostic stuff, clicking on stuff for you or doing all that is a lot better. Actually, I think Comet is hands down above it for some fundamental reasons. Yeah, okay, here we go on another tangent, guys. So, agnostic browsers. So, the big difference between Comet and Atlas, right? We know AI uses tokens. Everything uses tokens. You know, the world of tokens, just like a world of donkles. I don't know how we got here. The difference is Atlas spins things up in the cloud. And because it's spinning things up in the cloud, it needs tokens to do that. Comet, on the other hand, does its agentic work locally on your machine. So with a local LLM that's built into Comet, it does things local. It only goes out when it needs to go out. So because of that, you don't use as many tokens with Comet. Atlas, you're using tokens left and right. And I think Atlas only allows like 20 tokens for the month, which is kind of ridiculous because everything's going to the cloud. So I don't use Atlas as an agentic browser. I use it just as a quick research browser, basically, which is kind of what Dia is. So it's more compared to Dia, if you ask me. If you need the browser to click on stuff and do stuff for you, I would jump to Comet. That's the thing to use. Yeah, let's keep going here. Oh, wow. So Johnny. So there was a thing yesterday, and I'm going to kill Johnny's last name. Soroji. I probably killed it. Sorry, Johnny. There was talk that he had a conversation with Tim Cook, that he may leave Apple. He may retire. But that was all hearsay. So it looks like some people are, let's take a couple looks at some of these articles because that was a big thing yesterday. So this is from Apple Insider. So this is all coming from the Die and the other guy's recently departure. A letter on Monday, Johnny shared that he has no intention of leaving anytime soon. So all that talk was just talk, but the fact that I guess Johnny felt he had to actually send an internal memo of that fact is kind of crazy. Let's take a look at Mac rumors. He quoted saying, "I love my team and I love my job at Apple, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon," in a memo obtained by Mark Gurman. Mark, I don't know, man. We need some more sources other than Mark. We really do. I feel like Mark talks out both sides of his mouth more often than not, and the clock is right twice a day, right? So I don't know. The more rumors we hear, when you track it back, most of the time it's 98% of the time it's going back to Gurman. Yeah, not good. Oh. AirPod Pro 3s are down to $219. That's a nice discount. I use them all day, every day. That's a nice Christmas present for somebody. And you're supposed to be able to do transcriptions in them too. Someone could talk and it could do live transcriptions, which is kind of neat. But I think it needs more languages, and I'm sure that's coming. Tesla gifts. I have one of these Samsung's drives in my car as well. Apple Car Key is coming to Rivians. That's kind of cool if you have a Rivian. I wish Tesla would support Apple stuff more, but Elon just doesn't like Apple. Have you guys seen Pluribus? Great show. If you didn't know, it actually crashed Apple servers when they went live the first day. I've been watching it. I know a really big crowd of people that are watching it. It is an interesting storyline without giving it away. You should check it out. It's on Apple TV. I guess we're all done in there. Have you guys used this B.Side app? Basically, it's like a virtual phone number that if people call, it will have an AI assistant. And I started a free trial like 2 or 3 days ago. Still testing it. I think they have a 14-day, 2-week trial. You have to forward your phone number to it. It's an app you install on your iPhone. I'm not sure if there's an Android. Definitely an iPhone. Let's see here. And there's a Mac desktop app. I'm not mentioning this app because I like it. I'm still testing it. It's just currently one of the things I'm testing. The idea of it is really good. Their AI seems pretty realistic and talking, and you can clone your voice so it sounds like you, and I think it does a pretty decent job for what it is. Yeah, so it will take those phone calls. You could link it into like your Google Calendar. They do not do Apple Calendar, like most don't. I wish Apple opened up their API a little more so we can make use of these things. So you can link it into Google Calendar. They could talk to your assistant and actually schedule meeting times and stuff with you. But it will also ask them questions. So in the app itself, or in the service, you could set up, like, you could have it ask certain questions if you wanted it to. Or, if you could put in information about you, your company, maybe pricing, or what kind of services you offer. So if they ask those things, they'll get a response. So you could put in actual knowledge so it can respond for you. Or, like I said, you just get summaries. And the summaries come in and you could take action when you want to later. It's just not pure transcripts. It actually is summaries and action points and things like that. You could also call out, but the limitation with a lot of these apps, when you call out, it's using their phone number, not yours. So I feel like the biggest hurdle to come over is those phone calls getting classified as spam and not you, or they don't know it's you calling. But my fear is that their phone numbers got flagged as spam and start not going through. Because you can make a phone call and have it transcribe that conversation and that meeting and, actionable actions and, calendar events and stuff based off of that. Yeah, that song seems a little heavy. But yeah, so we've been trying that out. I think it's about $200 a year for the subscription for one line. I don't know if I'll keep it, but if anyone's interested, let me know. I'll report back in the end of the 2 weeks or make a video specifically on it. What else do I have in here? Yeah, I'm looking at a lot of my tagged bookmarks. So I use Inoreader for all my RSS stuff, right? So these are all my feeds that come in. I like stuff that I curate, people I want to follow because I feel their ethics are good. So I like my own curated stuff. I don't want it curated for me. So because of that, I still use RSS feeds. Sorry. I have a hard time moving away from it. But Inoreader is really nice too. There's a lot of ways of filtering things and doing things. And because I've been jumping browsers a lot, I used to be like a Safari only because of the security. But now, again, I'm using Dia, Comet, Atlas. I'm jumping around a lot. So what I find myself doing is using Inoreader as my bookmarks. So they have an option in here, saved and tags. And you could label those tags whatever you want. Up here I have all bookmarks, apps, ideas, quizzes. I mean, whatever categories, products. And if I click on them now, I'm in those. So I take websites that I want to check out. Number one, I'll just add them to read later. And then I'll go through them and read them. And if I need to save them, I want to save it as like a permanent bookmark. Well, a long-term bookmark, I'll add a tag to it, which is as easy as enough as just clicking this tag button and choosing a tag or creating a new one. Yeah. And there's some other neat things in here too, like, everything has AI. I mean, yeah, we could go to Ask GPT and have it summarize something, but they also have summaries built in. So I could click here and go, give me a 1-sentence summary. And it gives me a summary of this article. They also have an audio thing too. So you could actually...
Environmental groups call for halt to new data center construction. More than 230 organizations signed a public letter urging members of Congress to take action.
So, again, it can make, kind of like podcast audios based on those articles. So you can maybe listen to it in the car when you're on the go or something. There is iPhone apps and other apps. And again, the big thing with here is managing your RSS feeds. They have AI. There's a lot of filtering options in it. So you're not getting duplicates from different places and you're getting exactly what you want. So our Inoreader is definitely what I use on a daily basis. Actually, it's usually my homepage on my browser. And usually during the day, I don't read articles. I just mark them. So I will go to read later. And again, just like all the filters I said, I also have automatic read later filters. So if this week or this month I'm doing a project, I don't know, an Arduino project, or I'm doing research on a specific thing, I can make a specific read later. I don't want to call it a filter, but it's kind of a filter because it will, any articles that are coming out with those keywords, it will add them to my read later. And this is based off my RSS feed, right? So it works out pretty nice. Hey August, how's it going? So yeah, thanks for joining me today, guys. I didn't see a whole lot of questions, but we did go live spur of the moment. I was testing streaming to YouTube and TikTok live at the same time with some little music in the background and just running through the latest feeds and hanging out. See about doing this a little more often if time permits. It's not as often as I like, but all right guys, till next time, take care.